Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day and looking forward to episode 7 of PPP. That's what I'm calling it for short. Paul plays in Portugal with Portimonense, so maybe it should be PPPP, but there's so many P's. I love a good bit of alliteration, I do. Today we are taking on Aves in the league. We're coming towards the end of our first season in charge of this club. I've had a wonderful time so far and we're aiming for a top 10 finish. It's close. We're currently in 11th place and we're taking on a 5th place team today, so it is going to be a tough ask. But it's so tight, as you can see here, between 8th place. I think Braga probably are a bit too far ahead of, although game in hand will only be 2 points behind. So maybe 7th is still doable. In fact, 6th, I suppose, is possible if we have a really good end to the season. But we do have Benfica on the last day, and the next episode, episode 8, will be the last 2 games of the season, so I hope you're looking forward to that. But let's get on with today's episode first of all. Now, since the last episode, there has been a few changes, because I've been offered a new contract, which I have taken, of course. I believe it's a 2-year contract. Where's my manager profile? Let's just have a look. Earning 2.8k a week until 2020, June 2020, so 2-year deal. Still only got a 1-star reputation, by the way. But these are the attributes that I chose at the start of this save. So far in my career, I've played 35 games. We've won 11, drawn 15 and lost 9. Win percentage of 31%, goal difference of +8. It's been a good first year in charge of the club. We've also given a 2-year contract to Nakajima. Now there's a bit of confusion around Nakajima. I'm a bit confused, to be honest, because if you go on Wikipedia, it shows that he's on loan from FC Tokyo, which is, according to the game, his old club. But on the game, he's only got a 1-year contract at Portimonense. So he's not on loan, but he's not really got a permanent long-term contract. And I think it possibly could be because of the licensing issues that Sports Interactive have in Japan. They don't have the license of the Japanese league or for the Japan international team either. So maybe they couldn't do a loan deal sort of thing here, and they gave him a 1-year contract to get around it. Anyway, I have offered him a new contract, 2 years. He's accepted it. He's now on £4,700 a week, which is just pennies when you compare it to the English Premier League. I mean, this is League One, top of League One, bottom of Championship level wages, isn't it? But he's a quality player for us, so I'm glad we've tied him down. Now, I know in real life, I think Benfica and Porto have been interested in him. I did read somewhere, when I typed in his name, it showed that Portimonense were willing to sell him for 10 million euros, I presume it is. So he must have them. Portimonense must own at least some of him in real life. Perhaps he's on loan, but they own percentage. I don't know. Either way, on the game, he is a fully fledged Portimonense player, and now we've offered him another contract for 2 years. 2 years? I thought he'd accepted it. It's only a year, in fact. Sorry, he's only accepted 1 more year. So it would have been nice to turn to time down for a longer period of time. But if another team does come in for him, we've got that security of being able to sell him for a bit of money. But it would be nice to give him a longer term contract. We've also had Youth Regen Day, or Youth Recruitment Day, or whatever you want to call it. And we've had a couple of decent looking players come through. The first of which is... Oh, where's the 15-year-old? Could have sworn we had a 50... Oh, maybe he's turned 16 already. Is it this chap? In fact, no, it's this chap. Now, he was rated as 3.5-star potential, but it has dropped down a bit, and his attributes are going down, unfortunately. But he was the best player that came through the youth system. Yeah, we're going to have to sort him out there, training-wise, I think, because he's having a bit of a problem by the looks of it. The other good players is Luis Encarnacio. He's 16 and looks good. 14 finishing, 12 composure. He's pretty slow though, so he might be more like Pires, I suppose. And some other players. This guy, defensive midfielder, central midfielder, possibly could do something. He's got decent potential. So there's a few players that have come through the system that might be able to do a job. There's lots of real life players out on loan as well. Since the last episode then, we've played a few games, and once again we managed to thrash a team by scoring 4 goals. Now this is the 3rd time that it's happened, I think. When we win, we do seem to win pretty well, and everything just clicks together. It's quite strange, but I'm not complaining. I just wish we were a bit more consistent. But you can see Stanley got 2 goals, Wellington scored, and Bruno Lamas, our signing from January, managed to finish with a flourish, 93rd minute goal. But Stanley, he gets his goals in bunches. He's got 10 goals now this season, but but he just goes, he doesn't spread them out. They're all, you know, 2 per game here and there, and I wish he was just a bit more consistent. But a really good win against Tondela, and this was an incredible draw against Porto. We've drawn away from home against Porto, currently unbeaten in the league and flying. We took the lead through Wellington. This was the opening goal then. We had to play our backup left back because Inacio can't play against his parent club, but he got the assist. What a ball in, and Wellington at the back post put it in the back of the net. Unfortunately, it was a complete cock up at the back, if I'm allowed to click on it. Complete cock up at the back from Jadson that gifted them an equaliser. We could have been the first team to beat them this season. But what was he doing? Doing a back pass. We had the opportunity to counter-attack there. Instead, he played it back to the keeper, and it was an easy tap-in because it was an awful back pass. But we could have been the first team to beat them this season if it wasn't for that goal. And we held out for the rest of the game really well. Then a 1-1 draw against Firenze. A bit disappointing this. Nakajima managed to save our bacon with a really good second half performance. Got a 9.0 under goal. And then a 0-0 draw. This is a good draw at home against Rayo Ave, who are a very good team. Lamas had a really good performance in central midfield. There 7 key passes, but we were unable to find the back of the net. Stanley didn't play particularly well. Perez came on and missed 2 chances towards the end of the game. We had 3 clear-cut chances in about the last 15 minutes. Perez had 2 of them. It's just not working for him now. So I've got to put Chuma on the bench for today's league match. Stanley stays up front. I'm keeping the faith in him. The rest of the team kind of speaks for itself. It's our best lineup, I think, apart from the fact that Oriol Rosell, or Uri, as he's called, is suspended, so we have to do without him. But I'm pretty happy with the team going into the last few games of the season. These are the lineups then. We have to watch out for this chap, Milton. He's their best performer this season. Of course he's Brazilian. So many Brazilians in this league. I looked up Aves on Google Translate, and it apparently means birds. So this team is quite simply called Birds, but in Portuguese, which I like. That's nice. Now this team talk thing, this one in the mirror I'm pointing to, it's hilarious. It's so unrealistic. What manager is going to go into the dressing room and say, "Oh, the opposition, they're 13th in the form table, but we're 10th. We're so much better. Let's show them why." I mean, you don't say that, do you? You might say, "Oh, the opposition having a torrid time. We're being brilliant. Let's show them who's boss." Or you might say, "We're not doing great compared to them, but come on, let's do this." You're not going to say they're 13th and we're 10th in the form table. I'm not going to use that one, that's for sure. I'm going to say that one. Give them a bit of a boost. And then to the defence, I'm going to passionately say I have faith in you. And to Stanley, I'm going to give him a bit of a team talk too. I have faith in you. He seems motivated. That was the right thing to do. Now, recently, by the way, I have been going attacking. I've just fancied my chances. We won 4-1. I went attacking in the first half against Porto. We took the lead. They got back into it. I did go standard in the second half just to hold firm. But it has been working. Looking for overlap as well, especially with Inacio or whoever's playing left back, getting down the left hand side, overlapping Nakajima, who's the inside former, sitting a little bit in a bit. And yeah, it seems to be working quite nicely. So let's get on with this. By the way, I have slowed down the footage as well. There's been a few people saying it's a little bit too fast, although they understand why I play that fast and they play that fast as well. For YouTube, it kind of makes sense to just drop it down a notch. So that's what I've done. I find it a little bit too slow. I wish there was an in-between setting, if I'm honest. As this is the first attack of the game. Here's Stanley and Wellington. Oh, good save by Quim. But I believe, was that a chance? Not a clear cut or half chance, according to the graphic in the bottom right hand corner, which I'm surprised by. I just thought there was a half chance for Wellington. But instead, here comes Aves, or Birds. And it's quite an easy save, really. That was a chance for them. No conviction behind the strike. I don't understand these giant footballs that you see in the corners of football stadiums. And also the picnic benches. I mean, really? Portuguese picnic benches with umbrellas. It's just funny. Here we go then. A chance possibly. Paulinho on the ball, our creative attack midfielder. Wellington's tackled, and that's poor because we had a good chance there. And instead, it looks like Aves. Oh, I mean, what is Jadson doing there? He's put on his bum. Look at him go. How what? He's completely murdered us, this Alexandre Guedes guy. Ryan Gould, the Scotsman. That is him, isn't it? That is him. He's on loan from Sporting. Interesting. If only I had loaned him. He gets the goal, but look at this. What is Jadson doing? He's fallen over. Look. What is that defending? And then he just easily skips past Posignolo, or whatever his name is, and it's a tap in for goal. Oh, that is poor. But we've won a corner. It's crossed all the way back to Marcel, our Brazilian defensive midfielder. And oh no, just knock it into the box. Maybe it's because I've got run at defence on. He's ignoring. Well, he's. Oh no. It's not our day today, is it? We've been hit on the counter-attack twice because I'm going attacking. I'm going for it. And Milton, who I pointed out before the match, has scored the second goal. And this is disappointing. We might end the season poorly here. We're not. I don't think we're going to get top 10. But we've got a corner. Nakajima crosses it in. Get it in. Come on. Yes, we're backing it through Jadson, who made a terrible error against Porto and has not played particularly well today so far, but he gets his first goal of the season and we're back in this match. And it's Posignolo, his centre-back partner, with the assist as well. So, there's some hope going into half-time. Unlucky. It always motivates them. Relax and motivates them. I don't know whether relaxing the players is a good thing, really, but how can you can be relaxed and motivated at the same time? That's kind of, I don't know. They're opposites, aren't they? Sort of. I suppose you could be I'll shut up. Second half, I'm going to be more expressive. And Stanley, come on Stanley, do this. I'm going to play him as in his preferred role as a target man. And we're going to float the crosses into him. Let's go for that. Let's give him something to get on the end of. He's not the best headerer in the world, but he's okay. But nothing's happening so far. And Inashio's having an awful game. I'm going to bring on our other guy, Agbenyenu. What am I clicking on? There's too many buttons. Said it before, it's too many buttons. Agbenyenu's going to come on. Agbenyenu. Agbenyenu. There we go. Wellington's not playing particularly well. Stanley's not playing particularly well. I'm going to go a bit more balanced width. Probably fiddling with it a bit too much. I'm just tweaking. Trying to get the best out of this team. We're certainly not as strong as the opposition, but we're playing decent stuff. We've had equal possession, equal number of shots. Wellington's making a lot of mistakes today, though. Maybe I need to inspire him with a song. Wellington is magic. He wears a magic boot. He used to be in Brazil, but didn't. Yeah, I'll think of something. As they have a shot that's pretty well wide. Half an hour to save this game. Can we get something from it? We were 2-0 down. We've got back into it. But can we make it 2-2? Here's Lamas. Bruno Lamas is tackled. That's happened. Oh, no. Stanley. Can't miss that. He scores. I don't actually know if he's scored in a live com yet. I can't recall him scoring in an episode. Maybe he has. But anyway, that's his 11th goal of the season. We've turned it around. We might as well keep attacking and go for this. Wellington played it into Lamas. Lamas was tackled and then it bounced off that defender who then passed it back. And I mean, that's what happened to us against Porto. So you create your own luck is what I say. Ferreira smashes it up the pitch. We're looking for Stanley with the long ball now, which maybe isn't the best option, as Nildo Pratrolini comes forwards, and this looks dangerous, but Paulinho can now mop up. It's into Stanley. Oh, what a ball to Wellington. Wellington's through. Wellington. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Unlucky. He's hit that corner bit between the crossbar and the post. It's not been his day. He's wearing magic boots, but it's not working. And rather than a magic, you get what I mean by magic boot, because Wellington boot, yeah? I'm going to bring on Bruno Tabata as an inside forward. So we're going to play 2 inside forwards. See if that makes a difference. But we're going to keep attacking. I like attacking football. Maybe the sensible thing now is to just calm it down a bit. They're probably going to be coming forwards looking for that winner after being 2-0 up for a long period in this game. Ferreira pumps it up to Stanley. You can't win that. Marcel plays it into Lamas. Marcel back to Lamas. I want to get a midfield partnership between Lamas and signsman called Alpaca. That would be brilliant. Ah, I'm so funny. Jadson heads it up, and here we go. Can we turn this game around completely? Stanley finds Agbenyenu. Here he comes. He's crossed it in. Stanley! Wait, what a turnaround. What a turnaround. Now, Now, what do I do? Do I calm it down, or do we keep attacking? The sensible option is to go standard, I think. Turn off be more expressive. Turn off look for overlap. Wow, what a turnaround. I'm glad I kept Stanley on the pitch. And I don't think we'll make any more changes subs-wise. But 2-0 down, 3-2 up. We are good going forwards. We really are. It's just the defence I need to work out. Because we drew the last game 0-0. But sometimes we just don't seem to be able to defend. Let's look at this again. It's a great cross from Abek. Maybe he needs to be my starter. Because Inacio's not been particularly good lately. We need a song for Stanley now, don't we? Here we go. Paulinho on the ball, looking for a fourth. Here's Agem. Oh, that is poor from Abegenyu. He got the assist, and now he's given the ball away in a dangerous position. But that's an easy save for Ferreira. Oh, what do I say? Oh, we've got another highlight. I was going to do a shout there and say tighten up, but that's too late. Here's Bruno Tabata, though. What's he going to do? He's played it into Stanley. Stanley on a hat-trick. That's a pretty atrocious finish. Tighten up. Do I bring on my last sub? Yes, I will, just to waste time. And I'm going to throw on Denaire for Paulinho. In fact, I'm going to pull him back, which would kind of make... Actually, it makes more sense to bring on Pedro Sarr, move Marcel there, put Pedro Sarr here, and play him as a ball-winning midfielder. Can we do this? I think we are. I think we've pulled off a remarkable turnaround. 2-0 down, and we've won 3-2 thanks to Stanley. Mainly. What a man. Stan the man wins us the game. And that's a really important 3 points. Let's just passionately say he did brilliantly to come back. And only 3 players seem delighted for some reason. All the others are partying, I'm sure. So at the end of today's episode, after 29 matches, there's quite a few teams with games in hand, bear in mind. We are on 38 points in 9th place, plus 6 goal difference. Fantastic. What a brilliant season it has been. And that was a really, really good win against 5th place Aves. So next up, we've got Chavez, Braga, Belenenses, Guimarães and Benfica. So we're going to play those last 2 games in episode 8, the last episode of season 1. And then we're going to have a busy summer, I think, improving the team. Stanley's trying to prove himself as the main man up front, isn't he? I don't think he is. I think we'll have to find someone a bit better. But he's been our top goal scorer this season. 12 goals, 19 starts, 14 sub appearances. It's not too bad at all. Good average rating as well. So very impressive stuff from him on the whole. But thank you for watching today's episode. Please leave a like if you're enjoying the series. That would be very much appreciated. If you haven't subscribed either, then please think about subscribing. And maybe clicking the notification bell thing as well, so you get notifications to email, phone, whatever. But until next time, enjoy FM18, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.